Red Bull Racing will now wait until the Canadian Grand Prix on June 10 to decide on its 2019 power unit, with updates from Renault and Honda introduced in Montreal set to be the deal clincher. Red Bull's plans to wait now mean it will miss Renault's May 31 deadline, despite the French manufacturer already providing a 2-week extension, and its racing chief Cyril Abiteboul stating further delays are not possible with a long lead time required for manufacturing parts. It's reported that Renault told Red Bull in September last year it didn't want to continue with the team in 2019. But allegedly its contract with the sport stipulates it must provide engines to the squad if asked, effectively handing Red Bull a choice and the upper hand in negotiations. Four-time F1 world champion Sebastian Vettel has backed Pirelli's call to bring thinner tread tyres to Barcelona, despite the Ferrari driver's struggles with tyre life in the race forcing him out of contention. The Circuit de Catalunya was resurfaced ahead of F1 pre-season testing, which led to many teams, including Mercedes and Ferrari, struggling with overheating rubber. As a result, Pirelli brought a different spec tyre to the Spanish Grand Prix to alleviate issues, reducing tread thickness by 0.4 of a millimeter. And while conspiracy theories were rife post-race that the change had been made to benefit the Silver Arrows, Vettel said it was the right decision. I think the result is that if we had the normal tyres on Sunday, we'd probably even be worse off, he said. Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas topped last week's 2-day in-season test in Barcelona. His best laps set on the Supersofts, 2 steps harder than his main rivals on the Hypersofts. Bottas pipped Ferrari reserve driver Antonio Giovinazzi, but on rubber that is agreed to be 1.3 to 1.4 seconds slower per lap. Red Bull Racing's Max Verstappen was third, just ahead of Renault's Carlos Sainz. Across the field, there was good reliability, with Force India completing the most laps between its 3 young drivers, Nikita Mazepin, Nicholas Latifi, and George Russell. FIA President Todt has defended the changes to F1's aerodynamic regulations for next year in a bid for closer racing sooner, stating, "We are trying to make this sport better." The cars next year will feature a simplified front wing and front brake duct and a wider and deeper rear wing. But half the teams are up in arms about the changes, stating they haven't been fully thought out. Todt, though, says the sport shouldn't wait until 2021 to take action. "I feel that if we understand that something is wrong, we should try to find a solution," Todt said. "We all say we want to have a better sport, a better show, so let's do something." Todt said it was a miracle the changes were accepted, despite only a majority vote needed for the F1 Commission before April 30. The memory of the late great Ayrton Senna will be celebrated in Monaco this weekend, with 2018 marking 30 years since his brilliant pole position in McLaren's dominant MP44 car. Senna's pole lap is regarded as one of the greatest in F1 history, not just because it was 1.427 seconds faster than teammate Alain Prost's best in the same car, but for the out-of-body experience he later recalled. "That day, I suddenly realized that I was no longer driving conscious, and I was in a different dimension," Senna said. It's also 25 years since Senna's final Monaco win in 1993, his last year with the McLaren team before switching to Williams. Former F1 driver Felipe Massa has made the switch to Formula E, signing a 3-year deal for the Venturi team, beginning from the 2018-19 season. The 37-year-old Brazilian, who took 11 wins across 269 Grand Prix starts and raced for iconic teams Sauber, Ferrari and Williams, will join Formula E as the series debuts its new Gen 2 car, which 2016 F1 world champion Nico Rosberg demonstrated on the streets of Berlin last weekend. The Gen 2 car has twice the power of current spec models and will last for the entire race, eliminating the need for car changes. TheInsideLine.com for everything Formula One.